5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff of Falcon 9, the world's first reflight of orbital class
is the first launch of a SpaceX first stage that had once flown previously. That's an amazing feat. It's almost like having a UPS service, a courier service, to the International Space Station. SpaceX has figured out a way to fly their first stage back to a barge or back to the surface so that they can collect it and reuse it.
It will go into the history books. It is a historical first. We turn a page and we start to write a new chapter, and there will be many follow-on chapters. This will become routine, and becoming routine will change the world of rocket launching.
It's been 15 years to get to this point. It's taken us a long time. A lot of difficult steps along the way, but I'm just incredibly proud of the SpaceX team for being able to achieve this incredible milestone in the history of space.
Sending someone to Mars requires an enormous rocket. And so we will build the Space Launch System with that in mind. But along the way, we will have partnerships and collaborations with private enterprise that will do things like carry cargo and humans to the International Space Station, maybe even beyond to the starting point for the journey to Mars. And then ultimately, even SpaceX has the desire to be able to send their own vehicles to Mars and bring them back. The idea of building a rocket just with public money is not totally dead. It's not a thing of the past totally, but it will only be for those things that private enterprise either can't do or won't do.
We need rockets. We can't live with just only one or two. And at the moment, basically, we focus on Ariane and Falcon 9.
A rocket is built in stages. And you see that long pencil-looking thing sitting on a launch pad. Only the very, very top, the little tiny bit at the very top, is what really needs to get into space. So as the rocket takes off, most of the fuel is expelled in the first few minutes. So the first stage is the one that gets us going, gets us started away from the Earth and escaping the Earth's gravity. And when the fuel runs out of those tanks, we cut it off. NASA tends to let them fall into the ocean, and a second stage takes over and continues pushing the payload out into space. So that first stage, SpaceX has come up with this grand idea. Well, why not try and recover them?
This first stage represents the biggest chunk of value of a rocket. And it is not only that these are the tanks, it is the motors, of course, the engines that are of highest value. And using them only once is, of course, something that can hurt, you know, if you think about it. So this can, if it works, accelerate, you know, the rhythm with which these rockets can take off here from Cape Canaveral, the Kennedy Space Center, and later also from the SpaceX launch pads.
It really, in fact, the primary booster is being designed to reflight within less than an hour. You could fly once per hour with the primary booster. I think proving that it's possible to do that, at least with the primary booster, and we'll show next with the upper stage as well. And that at this point, I'm highly confident that it is possible to achieve a 100-fold reduction in the cost of space transport, and maybe more, maybe better than that.
If you want to build that you need first of all a frequency to get out from here, put it up there. And then, of course, there will be over decades new developments up to this future project and idea we spoke about, that mining then at some point could take place in space. So we are part of that. We are part of that in a business that is daily reality, but at the same time, within our daily reality, we push the boundaries and go beyond.
Vodafone One, el todo en uno de última generación.